Don't mind if I do check these out.
2 hours later.
SNES Choco Island 2 is the most disappointing track since my son. The music? Bland and forgettable. The aesthetic? It looks like actual poo. Free it is for these short-ass courses. You'll literally blink and the race is over. But you'll be thankful for that because that means it's less time of your life wasted on Choco Island 2. You like these embarrassingly tiny bumps in the road that don't add anything and often launch you off the track if you're going at the wrong angle? No? Well then maybe you'll enjoy this gigantic pit of mud that's insanely hard to steer through. Wanna grab that item box? Good luck getting over to it, f***er. They just plopped this glorified tech demo into the track list and said, okay, well, that sounds good to me. Let's just leave it in there, sure. It deserves to be in the same game as Airship Fortress and Waluigi Pinball and Luigi's Mansion and Yoshi Falls. Okay, maybe that last one is kind of deserved. You know, these are things that these courses bring to the table. But then you look at Figure 8 Circuit and it's nothing. This one has a bridge. That's it. That's all it takes to be the best Super Nintendo course in Mario Kart DS.
By default, my favorite way to win!
If Yoshi Falls has a million haters, I'm one of them. If Yoshi Falls has one hater, then I'm that one. But speaking of my Wii video, I guess I should probably talk about one statement I made. So short and boring that it ended up being the last Yoshi-themed course in the series. No, seriously, there has not been another Yoshi-themed course since this one. It's kind of hilarious, actually. Yeah, so, that statement might be kind of outdated now. At least it would be if the Booster Course Pass bothered to give us a new Yoshi track, but it didn't! Instead, they gave us Tony Soprano Island, a course that so obviously feels like it should be a Yoshi's Island track. But instead, it's inexplicably themed around a character who isn't even in Mario Kart 8. Yet. Keyword is yet. Why bring this course back in a game that doesn't have any giant items, and also reduce the lap count from 7 to 5? Why do this? Why did you do this?
Why? Why? Why?
I demand a written apology on my desk by the end of the day, or your ass is fired.
Cool!
Also, some people in the comments of my Super Circuit video said they were peach trees. That makes way more sense. But, I don't know, they look like oranges to me. You can't even get that right, Peach Circuit. And, for those of you keeping score at home, both Desert Hills and Yoshi Falls rank among my bottom 3 least favorite Nitro courses in this game. I'm beyond thrilled that they decided to bring both of these back immediately for Mario Kart Wii. Aren't you thrilled as well? Thin ice, Mario Kart Wii developers. You guys are on thin ice. Actually, you did make Coconut Mall, so never mind, I forgive you completely. Nothing like bringing back the very first course from Double Dash in order to complement the very first course from Super Circuit and the very first course from Super Mario Kart. Do you see the problem with the retro tracks in this game yet? DS Mario Circuit is probably best known for stirring up drama in the Mario Kart community when it was added to the Booster Course Pass instead of Airship Fortress. It probably shouldn't have been included over the much better DS courses, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't one of the better Mario circuits in the series. But you know what? It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Pretty sure Bowser Castle 2 was my least favorite of the GBA Bowser's Castles. Honestly, I'm too lazy to check. Does it even matter? Who cares? Cheap Cheap Beach is like the perfect standard quality level for a course. It's basically the textbook definition of good. And I know everyone talks about the Wiggler bus getting removed, but I find it weirder that there was a Moo Moo Farm truck in Double Dash that was taken out for DS, despite the fact that Moo Moo Farm is in DS, but not Double Dash. Maybe they figured having the actual Moo Moo Farm in this game meant there was no longer a need for this truck boy. But that's stupid. The more Moo Moo Farm, the better. Plus, it's a lot harder to fall off the edge at that one part and get sent backwards on the track. Like, you have to actively be trying to do that here, instead of the N64 version where it's the status quo. Okay, that was a funny joke, but let's actually make a real course this time. The graveyard of walking trees are especially cool, but the overabundance of mud in this course does kinda give me war flashbacks to Choco Island 2. Hey, look at that! The course is tapping into my worst fear. I guess it is a great horror-themed track. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this weird dream I had. Basically, in my dream, Nintendo announced this course was coming back for the Booster Course Pass, but for some reason, they were trying to pretend that it originated in Tor, so they renamed it Boston Building. Honestly, that sounds amazing. I hope I can play it sometime soon. Pretty impressive, not gonna lie. I can't wait to see what they do with it in the future. It's gonna be great, right? Right? I also really like the shirts hanging on these clotheslines, even though I have no idea who they belong to since Piantas don't wear those kind of shirts. Or any shirts at all. This is truly one of the most prominent unsolved mysteries of any Nintendo game, and I will dedicate the rest of my life to getting to the bottom of it. What was the first course in Mario Kart history to have anti-gravity? Oh, that would be the first course in Mario Kart 8. So, Mario Kart Stadium, right? No, dumbass. It was Rainbow Road on the DS. Get real. Okay, seriously, what is with this series going back and forth between Bowser and Bowser's Castle? Yeah, just pick one. Pick one. But it is a federal crime that this one in particular hasn't. I guess Mario Circuit was more important. Thanks, Booster Course Pass. Love you. You know, it's kind of funny how the detail on the Mario Kart 8 version of TikTok Clock makes the original DS iteration look like an unfinished beta version.
No shit.
It deserves to be remembered as one of DS's crowning achievements.